Hello and welcome back to the Figma Weave Basics series. I'm Ken from Delegate Studio, and in this video we're moving from generating images to actually editing them. So we'll use the masking tool, the painting tool, and the compositioning tool to change specific parts of an image without starting over. This is where Figma Weave starts to feel less like an image generation tool and more like a creative control tool. So if you want to follow along, grab the workflow from the description and play with it yourself. Let's get into it. So on the canvas at the moment, I have got a file. And what I would like to do is I want to create something with the character on the right hand side. So this is basically done by dragging it to the mask extractor node. Keep in mind for the mask extractor node, we can't really use images that are too complicated. It is using AI to figure out the different parts of an image, and then that basically allows us to make a selection of specific parts of an image that we would like to then maybe push into an image generation node like Nano Banana. As you can see, we are getting multiple highlighted areas of the character, and by holding shift, we just try to figure out if we are able to select everything. So now we can see that nothing else is changing, so that we've selected the entire character. What we do now is, because we are in the image section and not in the mask section, we would like to take the image. So we are taking this input and we're putting it in the output, the Nano Banana node, to create something with that input. So as a prompt, I just thought maybe we could recreate like a folk magazine cover. So I'm taking the prompt, putting it in, and then what I do is I maybe try to use a 9:16 aspect ratio for like a magazine cover. And we can just run it and then we can come back to it in a second. The other way we can try to make a selection of stuff that we want from a specific image is by using the painter node. So again, we have got the reference image here and we are connecting it to a painter node. So I have basically colored in with the pen tool the character on the right hand side, and we're not able to see him anymore. Just to showcase he's really there, is I will use the eraser tool to just showcase that I've highlighted this specific character. So what we are going to be doing is we are going to be making use of the merge alpha nodes. We are going to be taking the file as an input, and we are going to be using the mask to mask out the selection we have made. So you can see I drew in the character that I would like to use. In your case, maybe it might be an object in a living room that you would like to reuse for something. This is a way of doing that. So as you can see, I already generated an image on the right hand side, but what you can do is you can use this as an input into Nano Banana or any other like image generation nodes that you like, put in the prompt and then generate it. And this is basically what is coming out of it. So this is a way, together with this iteration that we've made, to grab stuff from specific images and then editing them together like Photoshop by masking, painting, and then compositing things together to create an output. Another cool way is I try to play around with like a thumbnail, and here we are using different types of tools to create an image. So yeah, we'll just go over it to showcase what I've done, so we don't have to have the models run every time. We can just simply go over it. So I used two reference images. So this is an image I created with delegate painted on the face, and this is an image I found online, and I just wanted to play around with it. So what we did is put everything together in Nano Banana as an input because we want an output, and we basically told the Nano Banana node to make something in 16:9, and the prompt was turn the following into a YouTube channel, place the text cover title behind the model, leaving everything from the reference model or reference image with the female the same. Node change to face, change clothing into something colorful, and turn the image back to color because we had a black and white image. And it basically did perfectly. But I wanted to figure out if there's different things that we could do. So we are changing the background from a white color to a black one, and changing the green Detroit color to match the color of the shirt. And as a next step, I kind of wanted to go back to black and a white background, change the Detroit text to delegate because I run Delegate Studio, And yeah, it basically did that perfectly as well. So this is kind of a way of creating something from the ground up and using reference images to play around and basically see if this is like a direction you would like to take with your thumbnail, for instance. It's not something that's going to be like a final thumbnail for me that I'm going to be using. It's more of like doing up inspiration by testing out different tools and trying to manipulate the image. There's also a cool node called invert. So I was able to invert all the colors that were being used to basically make something cool and styleful, but I felt that the image was lacking some things. And this is where the crop tool, for instance, is really cool. So we basically grabbed the reference image. We basically use it to start here. And I wanted to try out if I could pick different small details from that specific reference image and basically add it to the thumbnail that we have. So I have a reference image here. And then on the right hand side here, you can see I've got a crop tool. So what I did is I basically made a selection of the small image detail they had added to this image because it's something that I wanted to use in my thumbnail. And I will this basically comes together in a second in the compositor node. And the compositor node is basically a collection of all the different layers that we would like to implement into one image. So it's basically a way how Photoshop does it as well, in which we're able to layer different layers together on top of one another to then create a final image. So again, from the reference image, I took a two small details. So I was able to crop out the image, and I also wanted to have the text on the bottom right-hand side as well in the corner. So because we need to exactly do this for our worlds, I put it into Bria to remove the background and basically only be left with the text, the small detail here, to make it easier on the image compositor to know what it is that we're wanting to import. And because it's a PNG, it's easy to just add it as a top layer or something without interfering with the background, sorry. So here we have the compositor layer node. So what we can do is, since we have added everything, so we have the background, this is basically the starting image we had, and we put on top two layers, so the two small details we just cropped out of the reference image. If we go to edit, we can basically start to see here on the left hand side the compositor. So I've got the background, I've inserted the two layers here, and the cool thing about the compositor tool is we can also play around with blending modes as well. So for the image, I used exclusion to have like a playful style on the background text that we have. And as we can see, we also imported and we can move around layers within the compositor node as well. So I basically played around with the placement, which I tried to make like a really cool thumbnail. And then once you're done, you can go back out of the compositor node and it basically creates this cool image. What I then did is I wanted to invert the image back again and bring out those purple colors. And I asked the nano banana node, which is then going to be an output again. So the thumbnail that we created with all the different style elements, I wanted to uplift that again because you can see that the text is a little bit blurry. And what I can do with nano banana is just basically say, hey, recreate this and clean everything up. So that's basically the end result that we got here for a thumbnail. We've got a background with text. We have a cool detail on the left-hand side, the image, which we were able to add like a cool blending option. And in the bottom right-hand side corner, you can see that we have a very cool and detailed text as well. So it's almost like vectorized. You don't really see the pixels and that sort of stuff, which Nano Banana is really great at doing, playing around with text and that sort of stuff. And then we basically inverted it again, and that's where we are ending up. So yeah, a lot of information within this single video, but it basically helps explain how you can manipulate images that you have and edit them through masks, through the painter tools, grab specific details from an image with the crop tool, how to remove a background, and then how to bring everything together in the compositor nodes. Thank you, and I will see you in the next video.